And then when you feel ready, make the introduction.
All right. I'm gonna wait for a few people.
Okay. I'm going to refresh so that I can see your chat. And then when you feel ready, make the introduction. Oh, and now we hear ourselves.
I'm gonna wait for a few people.
I'm going to refresh so that I can see your chat. And then when you feel ready, make the introduction. Do you know how to mute that?
I think I muted the right one. I hope so. I think both.
Okay. Yep.
Oh,
Cool.
hello. Okay, we're a little bit backwards here, but we're gathering up here tonight because I said so. I'm waiting for a few of you guys to come in, but apparently there's a lot of you already. Hello. Okay. So
yes.
Tonight we have a special guest, my good friend Kay Moon, who is the best astrologer. And she has some little gifts for you guys. So I'm like, yeah, come on over, give it to people. So we're gonna talk a little bit about everything, and then as you guys gather up, we'll go through it all in a little more detail. So Kay, welcome.
Thank you. I love coming to the alley party. The alley party is my favorite party on the internet because, oh my gosh, between the fur babies and the truth bombs, I just feel wrapped in love. Thank you for welcoming me to my home on YouTube.
Oh, glad to have you. So guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about astrology tonight, not so much about cards. Well, it's kind of cards, astrology. So what is astrology? Okay.
Yeah. So astrology is just the movement of the stars and interpreting them. The astronomy tracks the movement of the stars and astrology tracks their meaning. And long ago, when it was used as a divination practice or a practice to understand what people could be experiencing on Earth more commonly, there were those who simplified it for the layperson by building the card system, what we know as the tarot. And so this is why there are correspondences between the tarot and the cards and the stars. It makes it easier to interpret what's going on because we're all part of the same cosmic and universal life force energy, same quantum field that has the stars move and creates impact in our life is the same quantum field that you tap into when you're reading the cards to let us know what's happening as well. All are one.
Really cool. I don't know if I can do that though. I think I can. If I try a little, I think I can. But yeah, we've got a lot of people here that watch tarot and are fascinated basically by astrology. So I'm sure it's going to be an interesting topic. And I hear you are also teaching some classes.
I totally am. I'm going to be teaching some classes called Star School to help people get their feet wet with astrology. But before we dive into that, I'd love to kind of chat about what people might be experiencing in the energies now, if that's all good with you.
Please, we started to chat a little bit about that, and you didn't want to say much because you're like, I want to tell everybody. And I'm like, okay, tell everybody then. Don't tell me.
Amazing. So I brought with me for all of you guys to be able to see what's here in the new moon that we just had. I want to talk a little bit about the eclipses that we just had, you guys. And so I brought with me an astrology chart. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you're super familiar with seeing this chart. If you're not, welcome. If this vibes with you, feel free to subscribe. But I wanted to give you guys a little taste of an explanation of what the energy is that we are just coming through, because it has been in the chat. You guys tell me, has it felt intense? Has it felt like pressureful? Have you felt a little pestered by your subconscious mind to get everything done all at once as we close this year? Have you felt a little bit of emotional ferocity coming through? Let me know in the chat, because there's really good reason for this. I have been nicknaming privately these two eclipses that we just experienced. The first one was on October 28th. The second one was on November 8th, a season of bright lights and hard truths. Because what's happening is we've all been ushered into this crucible of energy, this kind of pressure cooker where Saturn, the integrity maker, and Uranus, the change maker — here's Uranus in red here, here's Saturn in brown here — are at this 90-degree angle, which in astrology we call harsh. We call that an aspect of tension. And the two of these, the integrity maker and the change maker, have been at this angle talking to one another. And it's rare that they do this, but they've been doing it on and off since last year. And they've hit that 90-degree angle sweet spot of maximum tension, maximum pressure, maximum universe going, you must change, and you must change now. They've hit that 90-degree sweet spot about 6 times since 2021. And we just got number 6 out of 6. And so if it's felt a little bit like, oh my gosh, I can't even breathe, there's so much I need to change in one area of life, this is why. Uranus and Saturn are inside of — yellow represents the air signs, so Saturn in Aquarius. Shout out to all the Aquarius folk. And we have Uranus in Taurus. Shout out to all the Taurian people. Uranus and Saturn have been asking all of us, Taurus as an earth sign and Aquarius as an air sign, to not only change our minds — air represents our mental state, it's the suit of swords in the tarot — but also change our lives. Earth, Taurus sign, represents the suit of pentacles. It's about changing our third dimensional reality. And these 2 eclipses that we just had are part of also a set of 6 on the Taurus and Scorpio axis. And these 2 eclipses have also been demanding that we change. And so this season would have brought forth for some people some surprises. Let me know in the comments if you guys have had like something come out of left field with money. That would be Taurus. With friends, that would be Aquarius. Scorpio here represents our psyche or subconscious mind. Maybe some pressure start to come up if you've experienced that. Or even Taurus can represent things with our body and things with love. If there are things that have come up and out of nowhere with these, then you have been experiencing the Taurus Scorpio eclipses and the Saturn Uranus squares. And because the eclipses run 4, we're on the 4th eclipse out of 6. You would have felt this energy leading up to this moment. And we've only got 2 more left that are demanding change. And the Saturn Uranus squares, we're on 6 out of 6, demanding change. This is why, because we're at the tail end of this season of peak transformation, peak change. This is why you may be feeling, as we're heading into November, now December, a little bit like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. There is so much going on and there's so much change that I'm being asked to undergo right now. Where do I even begin? So if you've been feeling some of that, let us know there in the comments. I see Homesick for Hills says long-term boyfriend left for no damn reason. I'm sorry to hear that. Wild Zen got a divorce. Crucible is like a pressure cooker. It's, that saying, pressure makes diamonds. That's kind of what we're all in the middle of, is this pressure cooker energy. So really fascinating stuff. Angela says there's a demand for change and divorce in her world. Caro Doji, I'm sorry I said your name wrong, but brother had a massive blowout with mom last Wednesday. Validated a lot of what I've learned about my own experiences with my parents, lots of anxiety. Abrir says spot on. Brianna says going nuts. Yeah. So you guys get it. You guys are totally in this energy right now. And so what's happening right now, I want to describe this even more deeply and from a spiritual perspective, especially for those of you who are in the midst of major relationship change. So, you guys all, how many of you guys have ever repeated a cycle, right? You've done something or you've been through something and then you try to change it, and no matter how you twist it, something kind of reorders itself and you end up repeating it and you're like, damn, same lesson. Now somehow it's a different person. Have you, let me know in the comments if you've experienced that before, like same lesson, different job, same lesson, different person. If you've had the experience of repeating a cycle, I have really, really good news for you. So now you guys are going to get my A1 super high tech, went to art school, never Picasso drawings. Are you ready? I am about to attempt to draw you guys a fractal, and this is how it looks, right? This is what we would call a timeline of energy. For those of you who are into the quantum universe and you think about timelines and how you can get on another timeline and how we're all a fractal of divine energy coming together. Here we have a set of experiences that move in a fractalized pattern. We're moving kind of around the wheel of experience there. What we have with these eclipses and with Uranus in the position it's in, the hand of the divine demanding change, Saturn in the position he's in, the integrity maker demanding we get aligned and congruent with who we really are. What we have going on right now is a major opportunity as we close the cycle here to not go back into the same cycle, but instead to quantum leap into a brand new timeline, to get into a brand new set of experiences, manifestations in love, in money, in career, in friendships, in home. This is a moment in time where we have the ability to quantum leap, because Uranus does represent the quantum field, into something that's more aligned for us than anything we've ever experienced. And like I said, these two don't meet up in the 90-degree angle that often. It's like many years in between, like a decade or more. So I say all of that to say, because we have right now this quantum leap opportunity to get on a new timeline, it's a huge opportunity. This is why we're also all feeling so pressured. It's a huge opportunity to bring our best selves forward, to manifest what we want to experience in love and money and friendships and family and career. This is the opportunity to take out your manifestation tools, whatever you do. And here's what the universe is looking for, to go back to the astrology for 1 minute. Now, let's share screen again. I'm going to show you the astrology. Here's what the universe is looking for from us. You see this red guy up here that looks like the sign on the male bathrooms, the male gendered bathrooms here on Earth. That red guy is Mars. We're in a special season that only happens every other year called Mars retrograde. This Mars is it's moved forward in the sign. You guys may recognize this symbol here, the sign of the twins. That's Gemini. It's moved forward in Gemini. It's moving back in Gemini. And then it's going to move forward in Gemini again, which means that Mars is going to hang out in Gemini longer than its usual 40 days. Instead, it's going to be in Gemini from November all the way through next March. This is a big deal. Mars represents actions. Gemini represents communication, curiosity, exploration, experimentation. Taking action to consciously explore what you want your new timeline to look like is the gift and opportunity that you have between now and March. So this is trying stuff on. If you've been wanting to lose weight, try something you've never tried before to lose weight. If you've been wanting to get a new job in a different field, apply. If it didn't work out before, there's a good chance it can work out now. If you've been wanting to get a new relationship and you've been single for a while, this is your opportunity to try something you've never done before to get a result you've never had before. Mars rewards action. And again, Gemini is about the experimentation. It's about the curiosity, the open-ended question, as opposed to the foregone conclusion. And so this is your chance, people. And the reason why this is such a critical and important time is you guys see this purple guy down here? That's Pluto. Pluto is moving in from the sign of Capricorn, where it's been since 2008, into Aquarius. Aquarius represents the new, the next, the quantum leap forward. It represents the new opportunity, the brain expansion. And with Pluto, which represents our power, moving into the new and the next, this is our chance to jump on a new timeline in every area of life that matters to us. And all the universe needs from us to be able to do that is our willingness to take action, willingness to try a new thing. And so, where there has been pressure, stuckness, procrastination, stagnation, this is your chance to just try anything. It doesn't matter what, to get on a new path. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys, that there's this new thing happening. These energies are lining up in a way they have never lined up, not quite like this before. And it's an opportunity for our lives to dramatically change for the better, to radically move on to better timelines if you're willing to take new action. And this is what I love about astrology. Thanks for letting me ramble, Allie.
I'm letting you.
Is that it gives us that opportunity to see not just what's happening, but it gives us the opportunity to see what the heck we can do about it so that we can get the best instead of the worst from our lives. Thank you for letting me share that. So yeah, that's what I want to share there. What other questions do you have?
Well, you said some juicy energy is coming in at the beginning of next year, or was this what you were entering into?
No. So let's talk about juiciness around love specifically, because you've got relationship folks on the channel, right? How many of you guys want to know about good news in love? Let me know in the chat if you're like, I could use some good news in love. I'm ready for a change in love. I'm ready to start a new cycle in love. Who here is ready for something new when it comes to love, 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 love? There's some great news. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of really exciting planetary changes that are unfolding at the top of the year. So the first thing that's happening for those of you, I love it. You guys are like, Sky Poet. Yes, me. Thank you. Please. Yes. All the news. Thank you guys. I'm so happy you guys are like excited about good news and love. Savvy ladies ready for a new job. I totally hear that. Leo Marie Rodriguez ready for some advice. Good news and love. Turnaround, says Becca. Yes. The Saggy season is upon us, Sina. It is opening up right now. We just had Venus pop up in Sagittarius today, and it's going to start feeling better from here. I promise. Dana says she could use some good information. Awesome. So what we have coming in January, there's something really special and very exciting. 2023 energy is what we're going to call this. And I'm just going to put in the date that kind of kicks everything off. And that's January 23rd, 2023. And I'm going to bring you into a date that I've been watching for about 3 years now. And for any of those who you want old love renewed, Danielle, I totally get that. Some of you are going to get that with this energy, old love renewed and new love coming in. We have a special transit that only happens once every 7-ish years called Juno and Jupiter conjunct. The blue one is Juno. In the astrological mythology, it is the wife of Jupiter. The red one is Jupiter. And they were the primary god and goddess of Mount Olympus. And on Mount Olympus, they kind of had the purview and the rulership over all the other gods and goddesses. And when these two come together, their energy can be felt an entire year before, an entire year after. So they come together on January 23rd of 2023, which means we all have been under the influence of their energy since January of 2022 and will remain under the influence of their energy until January of 2024. When they come together, they create what I like to think of as a union window. And this union window facilitates a pull toward divine connections, spiritual connections, love connections that are guaranteed to transform your life. Now, I'll tell you, the last time they came together, I want you to think about your life. The last time these two came together was in 2015, and it was in, you would have felt it from mid 2014 all the way to mid 2016. Now, that might have been a time where you were very single. It could have been a time where you uncovered something that was going to transform your dating life about yourself. It could also have been a time where you met someone significant, got married even, or broke up with someone significant because there was something new that was destined to come in with this energy. So, what we have going on now is something new. Like I said, there's this quantum leap opportunity that's unfolding for us as we move in to 2023, astrologically, generally speaking. And on top of that, we've got this new cycle, 7-year cycle opening up for those of you who are really interested in deep, soulful, divine love. You may call it soulmate love, twin flame love, divine connection, divine complement, divine counterpart. For those of you who are on that journey here on earth, this is your season. And you're going to find that something new begins to unfold. If it didn't already start this year, it's guaranteed to begin like breakthrough upon breakthrough next year. And so there's a couple of special dates that I want to share with you guys. So if you have a pen and paper, I want you guys to get that out. Or if you like to look at those on your phone or just like take notes on your phone, I'm going to give you guys just a couple of special dates for 2023 for the first 6 months, because the first 6 months have a lot of romantic yumminess where the planets are going to do some fun stuff that are going to bring about, you know, some love changes, some new beginnings in love. Let me see if I can find where I put that note where all the good love stuff is unfolding.
You lost the love note?
I did. Isn't that horrible?
Come on,
I have to go in and find my love note again.
how do you lose the love note?
I know, it's crazy. Absolutely nuts. I had it here just a second ago, and now I'm like, where did I stick the love note?
It's okay. You'll find it in 2023.
I hope not. I hope it's much sooner than that. Let's see. Where did I stick it? But while I look for that, I want to pop into the comments and just see who has questions about what I have shared so far. Let me share the screen again so you guys can see that astrology again. I just want to see who has a question about kind of what I've shared and what it means for you. I can't read your chart, obviously, with all these people here, but we can talk about, just what's going on. Some of you are saying you're ready for new love. Sky Poet says they're patient. It's really cool. Aileen says, Brianna says they're worried. I'm so sorry, Brianna. Try not to worry. It's going to get better from here. I promise you that. Sarah's grateful to be here live. Cool. Thanks, Claudia. Okay, so who has questions? How does Mars retrograde play into all of this? Great question, Lori. Thank you for asking such a brilliant question. So this Mars retrograde stretches until January 12th. And then there's the Mars shadow period where Mars crosses over the path that it's already walked to get out of Gemini. And that lasts till about March 12th. And so what we have going on during the Mars retrograde is an opportunity to revisit actions and people that we've previously interacted with to better understand, is what we've experienced in the past something we want to repeat? With the Mars retrograde in Gemini energy, it's extremely plausible at this time to find yourself double-minded. Gemini represents twos, feeling halfway in and halfway out of a relationship situation. It's also very plausible to find yourself revisiting old friends with benefit situations. So you can see, is there any legs here? Can this go anywhere? Is there any depth here? There's also the plausibility to find yourself in the place of questioning, do I stay or do I go, in situations that you've been committed to for a long time as we move through closing seasons with so many planetary energies. Jupiter, the husband of the zodiac, gets back into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. Juno goes into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the wife of the zodiac. Pluto goes into Aquarius, first time in a new sign in 14 years. And we've got this Uranus North Node conjunction, which is trying to dramatically change all of our lives for the better. The name of the game here is change. And this Mars retrograde, Mars is about action, ambition, and drive, is asking us to take an action we've never taken before to get a result we've never had before. It's about doing the new thing, even though we may still have some of the old energy, some of the old fears. We just came out of Scorpio season, which represents some of our fears, come up. It's about dealing with them in a new way to signal to the universe during the Mars retrograde, I'm ready for a new thing. Please give me a new thing. Do not give me anything old. I want something new. I'm sick of repeating. I'm done with the cycles. I'm going to take a new action in the midst of all this old energy so that I can get a new result instead of the same results I've been getting. Let me know how I did explaining that with the Mars retrograde, and let's see what other questions people have. These are great questions. Betty Burns says sleeping through it would be new. Tracy's been in the middle of a split up there as a Taurus female. Mars goes direct. Somebody asked, when does it go direct? January 12th, but it's in shadow through March. Sarah says spot on. Sarah's done with this. The other Sarah's done with the cycles. A-Hall, thanks for letting me know. And Liddy B, thanks for letting me know. Leah Mary says, you feel like you're reading my life. What's it mean for Pisces? Each sign is going to have a different experience of all of this stuff. But what I can say it means for us collectively is a brand new beginning. Any questions about anything I've shared so far? Can you get a new result with a past person? Emmy, I love that question. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. And the way you would do that is by asking different questions providing different behaviors, being a new person with the old person, and then inviting them, reacting to them in new ways, and inviting them to step into new with you. The question for you is going to be, have you really changed? And this is what this period of time leading up to 2023 is really, this is why I say it's a season of bright lights and hard truths. The question that you are going to be dealing with is, have I changed enough to get a different result? Have I grown from the old cycle? Am I ready to be a new person? When they do X or Y or Z, can I be something different? They might still show up the same, but if you show up different, you're going to have a different experience of the connection. This isn't throw a person away energy. This is a personally evolve energy. And as long as you're doing that, as Allie so eloquently guides us to do week to week, you're going to find that you get a different experience and connection with old and new people. So, okay. What about the shadow of Mars? Brianna, great question. Mars's shadow can yield a lot of aggression. It can yield a lot of control, especially with Pluto leaving Capricorn. Old structures aren't dying without a fight. We see a lot of that going on right now. Pluto wants to control. Mars wants to, by any means necessary, get what it wants. So we can see some of that coming up. But that if you're operating in Mars's shadow energy, it's a guarantee that you're going to repeat a cycle and repeat a lesson. And listen, I love the universe we've all chosen to incarnate in, because it's so benevolent and so kind, and it believes in our power as creator beings incarnate so much that it will let us repeat these lessons for years, decades, or lifetimes until we feel comfortable that we've mastered it. So if you're ready to signal to this benevolent universe that you're wanting a new thing, I would stay away from the shadow side of Mars and move on with the light side of Mars. Okay. Stacy says, this is amazing information. That's awesome. Awesome. Our success is our best revenge. Tracy says, awesome. Very cool. So this is all good stuff. I think we're going to come back to some Q&A from the participants, but I want to stop and check in here with you, Allie. Other questions you have for me?
Yes. Can we learn all that, what you just went over, to do it for ourselves?
Yes. And thank you for having me here to talk about that, because I have found astrology so extraordinarily empowering and so beyond beautifully illuminating. It got me to a place where I no longer feel like I'm getting shit on by life and I was an astrological bottom feeder. I got like the worst of every transit for a long time. And I wondered what was wrong with me when none of my Abraham Hicks, none of my Tony Robbins, none of my prayer would work. It wasn't until I really got the cheat codes and the blueprint of my life with astrology that I came to understand, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be learning. Thank you for the cheat codes, universe. I will go do what I'm supposed to do now. But it took me figuring out the astrology first. And so this is why I want to share that with you. I am launching at this time. And if you just stick with me till the end, I have something free and something special for many of you here. But I'm launching a program that I offer called Star School. And Star School is a way to know the divine order of your life and understand how astrology can help you get the best from your life. So whether you are a beginner or you already know a lot about the planets, you can learn a lot from Star School to have more power and control over your experiences, get that new with somebody new or somebody old, and deep dive beyond sun, moon, and rising sign so that you can look at not just your own chart, but the chart of a loved one and help yourself through the energy and stop repeating cycles. Okay. I put the package together for Star School. There's Star School 101. That's Astro Basics. If you just want to do 101, Allie's going to put a link below this video. It's 144 USD, easy peasy. It's a 4-week class. You'll be able to look at your chart and basically decode things like what I just told you. You're going to be able to decode some of that for yourself. Then, if you are a love bug like me and you're really committed to love and the path of love, you could do Star School 201. Star School 201 is astrology for twin flames, soulmates, divine counterparts. This is where we deep dive into understanding the lesson you're helping each other learn, what's coming year to year in your connection, patterns and seasons of separation or seasons of union, and how the two of you fit together. You'll be able to know that and see it coming. You'll be able to also know your personal union windows with your person and why you're so heavily drawn to one another. Star School 201 builds on 101. So if you know you want the 201 information, but you're new to astrology, you do need to take 101. And I've made a way for that to be easy for you. If you stick with me, I'll share that in a minute. And if you're kind of like some people at this moment this year, like F love, I'm over love, forget love. I don't need love. I just need to focus on me. I'm ready for union with myself. Talk to me about that. Star School 301 is my course called North Node Mastery. Some of you have heard of the nodes of the moon. The nodes of the moon are sensitive points in our chart that indicate the lessons we're here to learn for the entirety of our lifetime, as long as we're incarnated under this name and this body. When you know your lifelong lesson, your relationships get way less complicated. You know why your most important people and most important events have happened to you. You understand when important people will exit or come into your life. And in this class, I'm also going to teach you why certain people impact you the way they do. Hint, hint, it's because of your nodal positions. Your most important relationships are going to have something to do with your North Node. So all of these classes are available. If you click on the link, I think Allison's putting it in the chat there, the Star School Scholar Package. They're each available individually, but I've put them together in a package for you to make it easy. Each class is 144. North Node Mastery is 177. We start on November 21st and we go all the way through the end of February. So it's week-to-week classes, except for the holiday weeks. And there's a chance for you to ask questions in there as well. I've made a discount available for you so that if you decide you want to do it, instead of paying $465, the total value of all of this, instead I took about $100 off. You pay $369. And instead of giving you an expiration date, I'm giving you lifetime access. So you pay this, you have this information for your lifetime, and you get the opportunity to do this for yourself. Now, I've got free gifts for the first 100 people who sign up for Star School, the Scholar Package. I have a workshop called How to Master Your Chiron Wound. Many of us have a wound around feeling like we're enough, wounding around money, wounding around family, wounding around feeling like we can never really do what we want to do or be ourselves in the world. Whatever your Chiron wound is, if you are one of the first 100 people to show up, I'm going to show you how to heal that wound so it's no longer a problem, because the light side of Chiron in your chart is your leadership. I'm going to show you how to step into leadership with this 4.5-hour workshop. And I also have a workshop called The Timing of Union. So for those of you who are studying the path of divine femininity and masculinity and soulmate love, 4.7-hour workshop. I'm giving it to you, both of these for free. They were $77 when I did them, but if you're one of the first 100 people, to sign up for Star School, I'm giving it to you for free. Okay. For Star School Scholar Package. Now, here's the deal. Because you are on Allie's channel, I am offering to Allie's subscribers, because she's been such a good friend and so generous and kind in spirit to me personally, I'm going to make available for you guys 20 spots for scholarship, full ride to the Star School Scholar Package. Meaning, if you put in, there's a link that's going to be below this video, and I'll just find the link and give it to you guys in the chat. All you have to do is apply. Let me find it. All you have to do is apply. When you apply, what you end up getting is the opportunity to win. Now, here's how this is going to work, because I can't give scholarships to everyone, just 20 folks. Here's what's going to happen next. You apply tonight. It takes 5 minutes to apply. Go over to my channel, K Moon Astro, and subscribe. Apply and subscribe. What'll happen is 24 hours from now, so tomorrow at the same time that you're watching this, I'm going to post on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to email the winners, the 20 people who won a full ride to the Star School Scholar Program. So if you want a chance to enter to win, you can do that, but you've got to do it in the 24 hours between now and tomorrow, because after tomorrow, I'll announce the winners, and then the opportunity to win will be closed. Now, if you know this is way too much stars for you, you just want to do something smaller, you just want to study relationship astrology, you can do that in the Star School Union package. And the link to that will be below this video. The Union package will give you 101 and 201 so that you understand the blueprint for your twin flame or soulmate connection. That total is $288, but I'm making it available for you guys for $250. Instead of the full price, I'm giving you the savings, because I want you to be able to access this, so that especially those of you who are ready for something new in love, who want to do a different thing in love, who want to have an experience of love that allows you to feel compassion and at peace, and like love is on your side and love hasn't forgotten your name. If that's you, then the Union package is for you. I'm going to take you through the basics with an astrology chart. You're going to walk through the basics with a person's chart. And I'm going to show you exactly how to understand what's happening with them, what's happening with you, so that you have the opportunity to get to a place where you're getting a new thing in love. I'm going to give you that timing of Union workshop again for free with the Union package, but then I'm also going to get you something called the Divine Counterpart Union schedule. So you guys remember I told you that Jupiter and that Juno, they meet up in the sky every 7 years. I'm going to give you a schedule of when that's happened before and when that's happening again, completely free. All right. That's just for the first 30 people who sign up for the Union package. And I think Allison's put a little link in below. And then for those of you who again are like, F love, 2022 is the year I leave love behind, I'm over it, you can study life purpose with me. And that life purpose package will give you the astro basics, in addition to something my class called North Node Mastery. And in North Node Mastery, we're going to talk about the lessons of your lifetime, the nodes of the moon, how to know when things are changing, the major events and the major people in your life that matter to you. You do the life purpose package, the first 30 people will just get that Master Your Chiron Wound workshop. And I'll give you something called the Guide to Retrograde Planets. We're in Mars retrograde now. We've got a Mercury retrograde coming up in December. These are knowing how to work with the retrograde energy is going to keep you out of shadow and get you in the light. So if you've had fun with some astrology tonight, these are some easy ways to come play with me for a savings. There's 20 people who will get a full ride to the Star School scholar package. So the link to sign up for that is going to be below this video. If you want to sign up to see if you can win the scholarship, the full ride, link below the video. But if you want to get in one of the packages with one of the bonuses, do that ASAP because the bonuses will sell out very quickly. And I want to make sure that I give you as much as I possibly can to understand how you can get the best from the stars and the best in your life in 2023 going forward. Thanks for letting me share the scholarship, Allie. I'm super pumped.
Yeah, thanks so much for bringing them over. People are super excited about it. So
yay!
Cool. There were a couple of questions, similar questions. There were some
what are they
that asked, what if we don't know our time of birth? Can we take these classes?
Ooh, I love that question. Yes, you absolutely can. In Star School 101, the first thing I teach you before you even get into class is if you don't have a birth time, how to be able to build a chart just based on what we call a sunrise chart in astrology. And that sunrise chart is your opportunity to, or your ability to still interpret the stars if all you know is your date of birth and your place of birth. You do not need to know your time of birth or the time of birth of your loved one. If in fact you just don't know it, that's okay.
Cool.
Great question. What other questions did you see come through?
A couple of people are a little lost in the
Allie, I can't hear you. Did you mute yourself?
Actually, no. Why? Hold on.
I still can't hear you.
Can anybody else hear me or just Katie?
No, I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear you. Do you guys hear Allie? Let her know in the chat if you hear her.
Am I lost already?
No, Stacy, things will not go downhill when the 7 years are up. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, to who?
Oh my goodness. We
they hear
lost sound. I don't know how that happened. You
They
can
hear
hear Allie. Okay.
If you hear her. Can you hear
They
Kate?
can hear you.
Am I
Okay.
lost?
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Stacy, things will not go downhill when the 7 years are up. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, that's
Okay,
weird.
thank you for letting me know. That's crazy. Allie, I can't hear you. Allie, apparently you can hear me. I don't know. Oh, wait. Did Allie? Can you hear Allie?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear Kate?
I heard you and then I didn't. I don't know what. Can you guys hear me? Allie, say something for me.
Oh, I'm here. I forgot. I was stuck on the sounds. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, now we can hear each other. That was interesting. They could hear us individually. We couldn't hear each other. Nice.
That's so crazy. I've never had that happen with Zoom. Okay, so I just put in the chat the scholarship link for you guys. And I'm just going to paste it because the chat's going pretty fast. So I'm just going to paste it for you guys as well. You guys have a double voice for me. Let me try something. Allie, talk to me again. Yes, I hear you. Okay.
You know what? People are lost a little bit in the explanation of how to apply for the scholarship. Is that's going to be in my description box, right? If they missed it in the video. Okay.
And I've also been pasting it in the chat for folks. So if people want to find it in the chat, you can.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
There's a bit.ly link. It's like bit.ly/KMSSS22. Star School Scholar 22. So yeah, there's a bit.ly link and I'm pasting in the chat. So if people want to apply tonight, they can absolutely do that or tomorrow. And for those that you're like, I know I want the bonuses. To get the bonuses, you do need to purchase to enroll in the class. And they're only available for the first 100 for the scholar program and the first 30 for the union and for the life purpose packages. Oh, did I find the juicy dates? Great question, Lori. I did not. I still don't know where I put it. And if for me to find it, I'm going to have to expose all of my personal information on my computer because I have no idea what happened. I literally was working on it just as Allie and I clicked into the Zoom. But I am curious, other questions. Allie, do you have other questions for me?
Two more short questions, which I know they kind of have been responded to through everything we've talked about. So one question is this only for twin flames, divine connections, or does it work for soulmates or any other mates possibly? Because people get intimidated a lot. They hear twin flame or divine connection, they're like, oh no, it's not for me. And I don't think so.
Yeah, great question. So a lot of people like that frame, that label, twin flame. And I have found that whether or not you are, and maybe Allison can help us with the links, because I'm trying to paste it in the chat and people are saying it's not working. They can't find the link in the chat.
For those of you that can't find it for now and are in a hurry with it, it will be in the description box of this video, but first we have to get done here for me to post it in there. So if you can find it in the chat, you'll find it in the description box and you can take it from there once I post it.
Okay. Cool. So I have found, here's what I have found. Whether you call yourself a twin flame, a soulmate, a divine counterpart, or a complement, a false twin, an ascension partner, or fill in the blank with any name that resonates for you when it comes to what you are dealing with that brought you to Allie's channel. What I have found is that the truth is you are activated by love. And when you have become a student of love because you have been so deeply activated by love, the label does not matter. Instead, what matters is just choosing to pay attention to your heart and letting your heart space guide you. Okay. And the astrology will bear out if you are in any activation of love, the astrology will bear out as accurate for you.
Cool. So don't get scared by labels.
Basically. And or get married to the labels either. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. I think well, that's it. You know, there's always a commotion when it comes to okay, scholarships all over, but we you know, the links aren't showing up, but you know, we can't even hear one another, but it's okay. Some people were asking if you do private readings.
I do. The private readings are available over on my website at kmoonastro.com. But the most cost-effective way to work with me would be to be a student in Star School at this time. That's going to be the easiest. My soonest available appointments at this time are in the latter part of the first week of December and the second week of December. Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, if you want to take some questions from the chat, if you're up for it, shoot for it. If not, we can go to bed. Getting old, I'm tired. I'm like, it's 6 o'clock. I need to go to bed.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I myself have an appearance to make elsewhere over on my YouTube channel. So if you guys are loving this conversation and having fun, you can come hang out with me over on the K Moon YouTube channel where I'm going to do this live again and hopefully find the juicy dates in between. You can subscribe to me over at K Moon. And we're going to talk about a preview of 2023 for divine counterparts. My astrology over on my channel is really focused on divine love activations, again, regardless of the label. And then just after we finish this, as soon as this closes, I know Allison's going to get in here and put the links so that you can apply for the scholarship just below this video, or purchase one of the classes, one of the courses that you just heard about if you'd like to do that. And I just want to say thank you for your patience, everyone. I know I wasn't able to answer every single question. I know I wasn't able to speak or touch every single person, But I do know that if you found this information really compelling, then hanging out with me in Star School and going deeper is something that you're going to find really valuable and transformative as you do the new thing to jump into this new cycle. Allie, I can't thank you enough for letting me share the scholarships with your audience. You've been such a good friend to me. You've been so kind to me and so generous to me and so supportive of my work. It's just my honor to turn around and be able to say, here, have some free stuff for all your subscribers. Let me support them. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and for offering that to everybody. It's energy exchange and it's freaking amazing. You did say, activated from the heart. Yeah. Let's share. Yeah. So yeah, you're an amazing reader, an amazing astrologer. So of course, anytime you want to come by, if you're not taken away from my sleep, stop by anytime. You know me, I'm a Leo. I need my naps. My naps and my food. But anyway.
Allie, I'm in the same boat. I love my sleep too.
Okay. Cool.
All right, sweetness. It's been a treat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.